Hey, horror fans, once again, this is the Horror Mazamani G, and today we're going to recap what happened last night on Fear of the Walking Dead, Episode 6, Red Dirt. By the way, as always, when I do these recaps, there are spoilers, so if you did not see last night's episode, I suggest you see it first before you watch my video. So go see it first, and then come back and watch my video. So, what happened last night? Apparently, things aren't going too good at the Brookjaw Ranch. Once Madison and Troy's crew come back, they're very tired. Their feet are killing them. They're very thirsty for water, and eventually they tell Jeremiah and the rest of the group that Walker, a very unique name, Walker, was responsible for taking care of the convoy, killing their other friends, and also could be responsible for killing Travis as well. And none of them are not too pleased about it. Otter, Jeremiah, Jake, and Troy and Madison go back to Jeremiah's house, and Jeremiah starts showing some of his old ways as he starts fussing and complaining about what they're going to do with Walker. Eventually, one of the founding fathers of the Brookjaw Ranch goes to Jeremiah and says, "Look, you can't protect us anymore. We're leaving." They're going to try to go to Denver. And as much as Jeremiah tries to convince him, he just says, "Look, you want to go ahead, get the fuck out. I don't care. And eventually they do leave. Basically, unfortunately, Troy doesn't want them to leave, and throughout the middle of the show, unfortunately, he has a confrontation with this family. I think they're called the Tremblers. I forget. If I got that wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me. The whole family decides to pack up and go, and also one of those members just happens to be Clementine, which happens to be one of Angela's new friends. They eventually go, and basically they head out and go to Denver. Meanwhile, Jeremiah has broke his sobriety, and he's drunk in Nick's shack, or Jeremiah's old shack, and basically, he's not feeling very well about himself. And Nick does the right thing and tells him he doesn't want to drink, and he lets him sleep it off. And then says, when Jeremiah wakes up and tells him what happened, Nick does the right thing and says, "Look, you weren't here. You were out there. I slept in the whatchamacallit, so you weren't there." So Nick gets praised for what he did for Jeremiah. Later on in the morning, they see a horse that the family had. It's out in the pasture, and eventually Jeremiah and Madison, they go out to see that unfortunately that family has been slaughtered, and they all turn to the infected. And unfortunately, they killed the full family, and unfortunately, Madison hesitates to kill Gretchen. That's her name, Gretchen. And Nick kills them because he was there too, and they all kill them. And they suspected it was Troy that probably did it, but Madison, at the end of the show, that says, "No, we're going to put the blame on Walker just to keep the people together and united," which is, I think, is a clever way to do it. But unfortunately, if that truth ever gets out, she's going to lose her credibility. Also, during the show, which I thought was one of the best parts of the show, Angela comes back late night from sleeping with Jake, and Madison tells her about that a female issue that I don't want to upset any women on this whatchamacallit right there. Some type of a method that is uncalled for, but Angela says, "Look, they have birth control here," which I thought was pretty fascinating because at this point in the post-apocalypse zombie apocalypse, I don't think the last thing that Angela wants to do is get pregnant. So I thought that was pretty good. Overall, this was a pretty good show. Nothing much happening. I like the fact that Madison has decided to play a ruse with the people, mainly just to keep the united front, because they're going to be united. The last thing they need to do is have this group splinter, because this group splinters, they're going to lose control of the ranch, and eventually Walker will be able to take over it and won't have to do anything of it. So the episode was pretty good. And again, I always will say this, where's Ophelia? There's still no Ophelia. And we didn't have Strand or Daniel in this episode neither. It was strictly just a Clark family episode. I'm pretty sure with the mid-season finale coming up next week, we might see Ophelia. We might see Strand. Did he survive what happened to him the following week when Daniel left him there at the hotel, stranded with an infected? And will we ever find out what happened to Ophelia? Hey, comment below. Let me know if you have any ideas of what's wrong with Ophelia. Also, comment below and let me know what you thought about tonight's episode. Like I said, I thought it was a pretty good episode. Better than last week. I like the fact that Madison is starting to play mind games with the people because he needs to keep a united front. Nick seems to be having a great relationship with Otto. And Angela, she's just doing what she wants to do. I'm pretty sure she feels real sad now because this girl believes that there's nothing good that's happening in this zombie apocalypse, and having lose a good friend like Gretchen probably will drive her more into depression. So once again, like I said, that's my recap of Fear the Walking Dead episode 6. Red Dirt, like I said, next week will be the mid-season finale. We'll see what's going to happen with the Clark family, or what will happen when Jake actually confront Walker. Will Angela be able to stop him? And we'll find out whatever happened to Ophelia, Daniel, and Strand. Well, we'll find out next week. So that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and also please hit that subscription button, and also ring that bell so that way you get notified every time I put new content on my channel. Also, all my social media links will be in the description below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember that horror rules.